Latin means light, and my name in Hebrew means light as well. So it just works out.
It's pretty deep shit.
It's deep. You guys are like nothing.
Why do I go now?
Why not?
Well, my name is Qoiet. It's not Qoiet. Most people think it's Qoiet, but it's not Qoiet. It's Qoiet, just like the word. There's just a typo in there because I do a lot of typos. No, but that's not the reason for my name. Like, my name is Qoiet because, like, when I play, like, as you might know or might not know, I'm a very like hyped up person. But right before shows, I have like this like half an hour or hour where I just like sit in the corner and don't talk to anybody, and everybody's like, "Dude, are you dead?" I'm like, maybe I might, but. That's why I call myself like Qoiet, because that's like this like moment where I like get together and really focus, and that really made me think of that name. That's it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm called Pandorum, and my name is pretty obvious because of the movie. There's a movie called Pandorum, and it's pretty sick. And back in the days, I was struggling with the name. I called myself Pandorum like at the beginning, but there was a metal band, and they made like copyright shit because of me. And then I had to think about something to put in front of it because I wanted to keep the name. So called Pandorum happened. It's pretty boring actually compared to these stories. Oh, that's fun. That's fun because my parents used to listen to like hardcore and gabba music, so I kind of started with the heavy shit like at the beginning. Yeah, fucking crazy. And I started producing that actually, and then like one day I discovered dubstep because in one random hardcore thread someone posted a song from Bogor, and I kind of fell in love with it because it was still heavy but kind of had more, I don't know, more structure and kind of more complexity in it. And yeah, so I kind of fell in love with it.
Yeah, I found it out through my brother, to be honest. Well, most of my life I've been influenced by like guitars and riffs and two-step. And when I found out about dubstep, it had all of that but in an electronic kind of element, and it really took me in. And then I started creating it after I heard Bogor, basically. Definitely.
Bogor, man.
Yeah, because of his metal influence as well.
Fucking sugar daddy. Well, I feel like playing like in a lot of metal bands, like drums and vocals and all that kind of shit. And at some point I was in one band and we wanted actually just like one fucking single screech sound in one song, like with the sample pad and stuff like that. So I was back then like in uni, and I found GarageBand on my MacBook. And then I like Googled like stuff like how to make a fucking screechy sound because I wanted to make on my own. And I ended up finding this tutorial that says like you play a very low note on the fucking piano and bit crush it, and it goes like yoy yoy yoy. That was like, I was fucking addicted from that point on. Like my life was over. I was like buying Logic, buying Ableton, buying like Bitwig, going back to Ableton 10 now, and like from that point on I was like so addicted. Also like Skrillex.
Well, my main source right now is just metal music. I think that's progressive and it's innovative, and I was trying to incorporate that into electronic music. Yeah, and like it's weird, but my main influence right now, to be honest, 100% is Linkin Park. Most definitely.
Linkin Park is sick.
Thank you.
Linkin Park is sick.
And I got Chester's tattoo.
Ooh, promo!
That promo. No.
Look how hot I am.
Like Linkin Park needs promo from us. Yeah, my biggest influence are obviously horror movies. Like all my music is strict about horror movies and horror stories. And if we are talking about tattoos, I got H.P. Lovecraft on my arm, and his stories are like one of the biggest influences. Like my last album was called Lovecraftian Horrors, and that's where it came from. can't talk
Yeah, I
that
can't
much.
get, yeah, it's
Yeah. Well, yeah, and how do I define my style? It's pretty hard. I think a lot of people, a lot of people call it dubstep. I wouldn't call it like that, I guess. I don't know why, but I think dubstep is like this. Oh man, I don't want to sound rude or something, but it's really like an edgy term, in my opinion. Like a lot of people are just, yeah, I want to be dark, I want to be scary, I make dubstep now, and it sounds like shit at the end. There's a lot of people, who make it good. I'm not saying that everything sounds like shit, but it's.
Shots fired.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I wouldn't call myself dubstep because there's too much dubstep that doesn't sound like I would describe my music, if that makes sense. A bit.
Doesn't make sense.
Kind of.
Thought about it. Didn't get it.
Go.
So it doesn't make sense.
Go. You're.
Oh yeah, I'm just waiting for the camera to turn on me. sorry, but that's very important to me.
It looks so weird when you squeeze your mask.
That's my actual face. Not underneath it. Oh, what are we talking about?
Your influence.
Oh, well that's somewhat of like a weird story. Do you want to walk through?
Yep.
Let's go.
Here we go, man.
That wasn't my story. What happened is like I had like some sort of like early indicator, and I'm just realizing that right now. Like this one time I was like, sorry. I'm telling you a story over here. So this one time I was like, I don't know, 12 or so. I was having a metal song playing on my phone, like all the fucking time when I walked through the house. And this one time I like walked past the like bathroom, and it was like, oh fuck, I lost my phone. And I thought like it's in the bathroom, because obviously there was like metal music coming from the bathroom. I walked in and I was like, okay, the washing machine is running. That's it. It wasn't my phone, it was just a washing machine. And
What are you talking
So your main
about?
influence is a washing machine?
exactly. Now you're getting. No, my influence
Wow.
is like no, but it goes like further. But my influence is more like stuff that's like not going the way it should go.
The
Like,
sound.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
broken phones, broken things.
Broken brains.
Like true.
That's
But I really
you.
like when things are not like running like the usual way.
No.
Like when people are not running the usual way, when like washing machines are running the usual way, when like the fucking engine is broken and your
Just
phone
sound.
speaker is broken. and
Unexpected
whatever.
sound.
Huh?
Unexpected sound.
Yeah, like just things that you were like, wait, what the fuck? It is alright, and then you think about it and you're like, oh yeah, it's cool. Oh, it's shit, I don't know, but that's my inspiration right there. So my inspiration is like, I don't know, odd things. Whatever that may be. No, it's true.
Yeah. Easy, FL Studio and the fucking granulizer. Done.
The fucking
Yeah,
granulizer.
legit.
Not the actual one, the fucking one.
I haven't used it once, ever.
You don't need more.
FL Studio, FL Studio, and Serum, and maybe like Contact as well. That's good Contact.
Obviously, but I mean like, we're talking about bass music now, so
Okay,
they're
so
asking about
Serum.
the basses, I
Alright,
guess.
Serum.
Canada. Thanks, man.
Canada?
I've been on Ableton, then I went to Bitwig, then I went back to Ableton 10 because the beta's out and I'm all about it, so I'd say Ableton. And my favorite plugin is like probably FM8 and Serum, kind of like on the same level.
FM8 is sick as well.
I suck at FM8 and Serum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suck at
Cool story, man.
Just stop.
I suck at the fucking granulizer.
Yeah,
Fuck
The
it.
fucking one.
it needs to say fucking granulizer.
Yeah, dude. The normal one is shit, but the fucking
Yeah.
one, dude. Oh.
Even though FL is granulizer is sick. But yeah.
Yeah, FL stands for fucking loud granulizer.
Anyway, continue guys.
My favorite song of mine, because it got like the most emotions for me in it, is probably Never Lost. No one knows it, but it's like my favorite song of mine. Because it's just different from my usual stuff, and I really enjoyed making it, and I made it in kind of a rough time. So it got like a lot of meaning to me.
I would say most of my new EP. That's like
Lightbringer, out now on Crowsnest Audio.
My favorite track is out tomorrow. Pre-order now.
no, but that EP has like sounds there that are a lot of emotions and stuff.
It's
so
different from my usual stuff as well.
Different, definitely.
But really,
I've got kind of two favorite tracks. They sound like kind of similar. Like one of my favorite tracks is like Kyoku. It's on my new EP as well. You don't have to buy it. If you don't have it right now,
out now.
Buy it right now. No, but I really. Fine.
it's all
This
about
is my moment
it's
right
all
now.
about the marketing.
But Kyoku is like definitely one of my favorite tunes because it is like so odd in a way. There's like if you listen to that song, you're like, oh, okay, that's what you're meaning by like things running
Washing
wrong.
machine.
Like it really is fucking broken. And the other one I really like is that Mode Step remake that I just did. Because it just like goes in a bit of a different direction. It's a little bit more emotional. It's not as happy, but I really enjoyed making that. And actually, I've been sitting like in the cafe for like the whole time I made it. Like for like every day for like 8 to 10 hours or whatever. And I was so fucking depressed while doing that because I wanted to be as good as possible. And when it was finished, I was really like so dead. And that's like a sign where you're like, okay, I've really put a lot into it. So yeah.
I think we would lie if we say we don't have music in the works.
Yeah, it's just a biggie line.
But I'm working on something bigger. I can't talk a lot about now, but it's like more like audio-visual stuff. It's not only music. And yeah, a lot of releases here and there. I got a release lined up on Savage Society and one on Dubstep Mag, like the mainstreamy label. I still don't know why they signed my music, but I don't care. And yeah, like singles and like the big thing I'm working in the background on that will like release in a year or 1.5 or something. So it takes time.
I don't have anything in the works. Just kidding. I have an album in the works.
Oh, you did not say that.
Yeah,
What a joke, man.
That's it.
You're finally funny guy.
Done. No, but for real, I'm working on tons of music all the time. I do nothing besides work on music and work. And someone needs to eat.
And this and this and this and this and this.
Yeah.
Actually, the least I do is making.
No.
I actually don't make music at all.
I actually have like this one guy who's making it. So, go on.
Oh, my turn already. Question one. Oh yeah, I just had an EP coming out, but I don't have to talk about it, right? That's like not the question. Just had an EP coming out. Then I'm having like a row of singles coming out on Autodio, which is like the label of the Triggers. And after that, I'll have another EP coming out on Crowsnest, which I'm working on right now. I'll play 2 tunes on that tonight, but I won't tell you which one it is, because I'm shit at talking through mics. I would tell you, but I can't. Got a mic on.
You're shit at talking through mask.
Through masks and mics into like words. I'm done. Next question.
Wow, it's deep for me.
The world
That's
is deep.
really deep.
France is sick and the rest of the world is kind of weird. No, actually, there's just a few cities where the scene is really big, like France. It's not a city, but you know what I mean. Montreal, Australia, some cities is really big. One city in Germany, nowhere else over there.
One city, one club.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking sucks. And like the bass scene is like, I don't know, it's really weird. It's big in some places. America is like on the top, obviously, and on other places it's like not even existent. Like I don't know why, but that's how it is at the moment.
Now? Is it like a...
Yeah, it's a circle.
Yeah,
it's a circle thing.
Right.
Circle of sin.
Well,
Ooh,
circle
my
track.
track.
The bass in
track.
the bass in France is sick. Like people really adore it here. They really
I'm
respect
wet
it,
somewhere.
which is sick. But overall, like the worldwide bass scene, it's sick and all, but there is a really big problem within it that needs to be cured, which is drugs. And no, for real.
No, I agree.
Come on.
But
It's horrible, and I hope that someday we can find a cure, and maybe through the music, perhaps someday.
This is getting deep.
I'm sorry, but that's just me.
that's what I'm doing.
You
I
cried.
just said.
Yeah.
Based on the word of the question, right? Why am I forgetting this? I think France is like mad. Like France is really like always going so hard. And then the world, like, especially Paris. I don't know like the rest of France. I never played in
There's some cities where
Strasbourg
it's
or
pretty
like
big.
Marseille or wherever, but Paris definitely is like always going fucking hard. What I think about the rest of the world is I can't really say that of the rest of the world because I never played like somewhere where dubstep is not like hype, but I had a few good shows in Australia and Budapest is sick as well. Amsterdam is great, but there's like I don't know, I can't say a lot of the rest of the world, but I definitely say there could be more dubstep because it's fucking great. Well, I mean, there can always be more dubstep. It's like
conclude.
It's like more burger.
There should be more dubstep.
During a party. Every single time the reload was still on.
And the best thing so far was probably Ambassade to play in front of like 2,000 people. It's just different than playing in front of like 500 or something. Both is sick as fuck, but like a huge amount of people, it's just, the reaction is just crazy. You hear all them scream, and if they know your songs and they are talking the lyrics with it, it's different, it's really different. It really gets to your heart. Like I had goosebumps the whole set, it was crazy. And the worst was probably the moment we played a back-to-back. It was, on our first tour it was pretty funny because before us, E-Craze and Graphic played. And they had the effects knob on.
Let's call them out.
No, it's not a call, it's just we are too stupid to find the fucking knob. Because we never played with this kind of mixer, it was a different one, it was not like the standard mixer. And somewhere was the FX knob and the reverb was on, and he mixed his song in, and then you literally just hear it.
And the best thing is like, you don't hear the reverb through the speakers, like through the headphones, so like while
Yeah.
the beat match, you're like, oh yeah, it's fine. Then you turn it on, you're like, it's cool.
That's what then you
And the headphones on, I was like,
it's
yeah, no. I was literally the only one in the building who was like, and everybody else was like,
Like the whole crowd was like,
idiot. I was like,
B.
dope song. Fuck yeah. And then I put the headphones on, I was like, oh, it's white noise.
And what's your best experience? I think that's your worst.
No, that was the best one. The best best one is literally every time I look into somebody's face and he says like he knows any lyrics of a song I made, or just like, you know, when somebody knows the song, you can like anticipate what happens next. So you can, I don't know, like talk to like drop lyrics or anything. Or just goes like wop 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 and moves his mouth, which like makes no sense of me making it because you can't see my mouth. But yeah, so every time that happens and I look into somebody's face, I'm like, fuck. He actually like goes in and takes my music like on a personal level, and that is really like touching. Yeah, that's probably the best moment. I don't have like a single best moment where that happens. Like every time that happens, I'm very happy.
My best moments are like the best moment was when I was with you back to back with you and Mitchell in Amsterdam.
Yeah,
with the huge
yeah.
It was like 30 artists, a lot of them which I respect. It was one of my first shows, so it was.
Oh, you mean the moment where this insert big artist name was playing in the other room?
Yeah.
And like literally everyone came to us and there was no one in the room.
Exactly.
I'm obviously not saying the name because that's shitty, but it was fucking funny.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And it was really
cool
pissed.
experience, yeah. But the problem is that it's also my worst experience because I was too drunk, or I don't know what the hell happened there.
Oh yeah, you've been pretty fucked after it.
Yeah,
I remember that.
And I went up to the CDJs. It was one of my first big shows. It was like what, like 1,000 people?
Yeah, I think a bit more. It was
a lot.
I think the first stage was like 800 and the second one was 600 or something.
And then everyone came to us.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was mixing with Sven and Mitchell, and it was like my turn. And oh my god, I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I was like looking at the CDJs, looking at the crowd, looking at the CDJs. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? I forgot everything. And I was like, okay, so I'm just gonna wheel up, and then I'll put in like the other drop or some shit, right? Like, you know how you wheel up like this, like this build up, and then you put like a different drop. So I was wheeling up the drop. Okay? So what happened is I'm wheeling up the drop. I turned off the volume of the build up, and then there was just a it was horrible.
I don't remember it, but it seems pretty funny.
Horrible.
Nice. Why did you never tell me that story, man? That's too good.
Horrible story.
Now everyone knows it.
But that's the thing with music. There's so many good sides and there's so many bad sides, and it's all connected. And yeah, as long as you have fun, everything's gonna be fine. And
Every time
be careful.
play on the deck that's playing. You like try to mix in on the deck that's playing, you're like, cue! Play! Fuck! Oh, music is out. Sorry.
Happens to me every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It happens. Gonna happen tonight.
That's a hard question. There's literally a lot of good artists. There's a lot of really good artists.
75 Ivory.
Wow, dude, they're sick. I love them, but I'm gonna shout out like one of my favorite artists and a really good friend, Ashok.
Oh yeah, he's fucking good as well.
I want to shout out Mashup as well. I still think, that's fucking alright.
There's a lot of.
But actually, I have to add something to my opinion, because it's not only because of the music production, it's because they as well played at Ambassade, the back-to-back set, and it was literally the best set of dubstep I've seen in my life. Wow, like at all, and that kind of brings Steve's name up for me.
in general, there's a lot of people who I fuck with, which are insane. One of them is them. Him as well. Fucking sudden death. He's on another level right now. Insane. Yax as well. I love him. Ivory. Do I even need to continue this?
That's a huge list of big guys.
There's so many lists of people who are making sick music right now. So shout out to like everyone basically. It was good.
I actually think that people know.
Also Murda, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, people know. I mean, there's like an
Yeah.
official list kind of thing going on like right now
Yeah.
of good artists.
You mean like favorite artist in
All-time favorite?
all-time favorite, or who produces right now or
Currently.
Oh. Yeah, everyone.
Wow, this is hard. I would go with the Excision just because of all the visual shit, because it's kind of game changing.
It is.
But production wise, it's fucking hard.
I have like an artist who I really like inspires me. He doesn't really make dubstep now, but his name is Diversa. If you guys know him.
Never heard of it.
Me neither, dude.
He's one of the most insane producers like in the game. And he's so unknown, it's horrible. Very sick. Cheers.
The thing for me is I have too many friends in the scene right now that I can tell like one of my favorite artists, because I just know too many of them personally. So I can't say this guy makes better music than this guy because I love both of them. So it's kind of hard for me. But I think I would go with the Excision like to be my, I wouldn't say favorite artist, but to be the most
The
prominent
most
artist.
game-changing.
Yeah, the most game-changing artist
Most
at the moment.
innovative,
That's it.
game-changing.
Thank you, man. Because of his new event, that kind of changed like the whole dubstep
Yeah, it
scene,
did.
because it's just
Awesome.
bigger than anything before. And the Paradox thing, which is just the biggest visual dubstep show that's happening at the moment. So that's bringing a difference to the scene. So it's like, it's my turn? Oh!
How you doing? Am I still here? Oh, should I go?
Answer the question.
This is pretty easy. My favorite dubstep artist is Silent. Because of the name.
Makes sense.
No, but he's like, honestly, he's a mad genius. Like, I mean, his hearing is fucking out of this world. Like, whenever I talk to him, he's like, oh, that snare is an F, and this snare is a D. And I'm like, that snare has a pitch? And he's like, yeah. And then he's like, oh, dude, yeah, but there's like a zero crossing click. Like, well, like, you know, like when you don't have a zero crossing at the end of a sample or something like that, and then...
So when a sample goes into another one, it makes like...
Yeah, or even just like ends.
It peaks, yeah.
Like, you can't fucking hear it at all. Like, I mean, you can hear it if you have it like in a sample in the full tune. You can't fucking hear it. He's like, zero crossing right there, listening to the song the first time. He's like, what the fuck? You serious?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, and then you check, he's like, oh my god, he's
Sick
right.
producer.
Like, he's a mad guy, like, honestly. So, yeah, that's my favorite. Not saying that I don't love anybody else, but I don't know, he's like really...
I love the song.
And he's a great name.
I say that a lot in my group, but yeah, like without you guys I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. And yeah, it just makes me proud to have like my, I don't want to say fan base because fans always sounds like I turn them down a bit. Like, it's more like my supporters, you know? And yeah, it just feels good to be able to do what I want to do and have people to enjoy it.
Yeah, everything
Feels
you said,
really good.
basically. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank everyone, even you guys behind the camera.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for this. fans?
Can you stop this? What do I have to do now?
Just do something for your fans, man.
I'm talking to my fans.
Yeah.
Well, before I talk to my fans, I want to talk to the guys at my uni, which helped me cheat at tests.
Wow.
Cause like I have to go to these, like I have to go to uni tomorrow, but I'm not.
This is getting fucking awkward. Can I leave?
No, no, no. I'm just kidding. No, honestly, like the support you get from fans is like one of the biggest things you can get in life. I mean, I don't have a child yet, because maybe like somebody's like, oh my god, when you have a child, that's the biggest thing in your life. Don't have a child, so that's the biggest thing in my life.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Where did you go?
Oh my.
Okay, should I go back to it? Okay. No, but the support you get from fans is like, I don't know, something you don't.
Yeah, it's like getting children when we get you.
It's what? It's like getting what?
Children.
No, it's not like getting children. You didn't get the point of it.
That's what you just said.
No, it's not what I just said at all. He's never listening to me. Never.
What?
Hold up. No, like this support to get some friends is not like getting children. But it's really like very heartwarming when you get a message and somebody's like, dude, I really like this music and it helped me through a phase or something like that. You're like, oh my god, wow. It's like I've been listening to music that helped me get through like bad phases and everything. And when I can do this for somebody else, like that's the best fucking feeling ever.
I don't know. I literally have nothing. I'm pretty like
Oh,
straightforward.
I have a shameful question mark secret. The first show I played, I never touched CDJs before.
Me too.
Like the day.
Oh my god, I have a shameful secret too!
The day I played
I'm
the
a
show,
loser.
Spaghetti showed me how to use CDJs,
Me
and
too.
I was literally fucked. But it worked somehow, I guess. I don't remember. Maybe
Time.
that's good.
Yeah. Me too. So it's not that shameful because all of us did it.
I played my first show with Sync on.
What?
I played my first show with Sync on. I had
What?
Sync on.
Sync?
Sync.
Sync.
S-Y-N-C.
What?
Oh,
Sync?
sync the.
Like NSYNC?
Not like the
Yeah.
sync where you.
Okay, I have something shameful to say. A shameful secret
Yeah.
about me.
This is getting weird now.
No, for real, for
You
real.
had Sync on twice.
You are a Jew.
Oh my god.
No one knows this, but I used to have a Dubstep alias, which I'm not gonna say what it
That's
is.
not shameful.
And I used to play parties to like 10 people back in Israel. And
My first show was at 2 people. 2 people.
Well, you didn't play fucking Dubstep, did you?
I did.
Okay, then never mind. Then I'm done here. I'm sorry, guys. I literally don't have.
Bye bye.
This was Crowsnest Audio, and we're out.
Bye.
Yeah,